Hello and welcome to Cup2Hook Conversations number 49, and it is 7:01 p.m. and I am currently I was going to say by myself, but I do see where someone has joined me. So hello and welcome in. I am excited to be here. I'm happy to be here. I was able to come on the other night on Wednesday and do Wednesday on the Hook live, and everyone seemed to be excited about maybe doing that live until, a job status might change that, but we'll cross that. So yeah, it was great to play catch up. And I am currently by myself. So I don't know where everyone is, so I'm going to go ahead and continue on with this, and everyone can just catch it in the replay if they don't catch me live. So, oh my goodness, you guys, it's been 2 weeks since we've been together, and I thank y'all so much. The first week we were not together. If you'll remember, Todd and his brother and I drove to Easley to help his grandmother get moved out of her nursing home room and packed up into a U-Haul trailer. And she is now living with her granddaughter, which is my husband's cousin. So she is happy. So far, everything is going great, and she already seems to have improved in quality of life just for making that move. So I appreciate your thoughtfulness in allowing us to skip that Friday night so that we could help her get moved out of that nursing home. Hey, Jen. Jen says, hey, hey, hey. Oh, I'm so glad I'm not here by myself anymore. It's weird. It feels different when you know nobody's in the room with you than when I know someone's there, even if they don't tell me who they are. So thank you, Jen, for coming in and telling me, hey. And then, of course, the second Friday that we were not together was not planned, and I was recovering from a bad UTI. So, oh my gosh, here we are. So welcome back, everyone. Again, if you're catching this in the replay, I am just so happy to be back and to be back in the swing of things. And again, I always am impressed of the patience and the encouraging words that you guys give me when I miss a video. And so I have been working very, very hard to make sure that you get all of your videos this week, and knock on wood, so far you have gotten them all. The Bible study came out at 4 o'clock on time today. I was so happy about that. I think the only video that was really late this week was the Fun Day Monday Longmire video, and it didn't come out until early Wednesday morning. But anyway, trying to think. So yeah, I think all the videos came out. Jen says, I shouted you out during Granny's live. I hope you got subbies. Oh, thank you. I've gotten one new subby in the last 2 days. So I am now at 694. So I am 6 subscribers away from reaching my 700 mark. So thank you, Jen. I appreciate that so much. I would love, love, love to reach my 1,000 subscribers. And I know I will. I know I will. One day, whenever that day comes, we'll celebrate. So, all right. What do we have to talk about? Well, I covered a lot of things Wednesday, so I'm really not going to spend a lot of time going over those. And if you really want to know more about what happened and the sickness and all that, please go back and look at Wednesday on the Hooks video, because I kind of went through it all there, and let's just leave it there because we are moving forward. So what am I working on? First of all, what's in your cups? Mr. Joyful just brought me a nice cup of hot tea, and the flavor of this tea is the vanilla coconut one. And I'm going to be honest, it is still too hot for me to drink. I'm not sure. Can you see the steam coming off of there still? I can. I don't think you can. It's not showing up in the camera, but it's still very, very hot to the touch. So I am not putting my lips on there just yet. But that's what's in my cup, is one of the new teas that I talked about actually on Wednesday as well. So if you want to go catch that video, I found some really cool herbal teas from Tuesday morning and did a little debut on those. And so I am trying the vanilla coconut when it cools down. Jen says, do you have your watch hours? I am very, very close. I need about 800 more. So last time I looked, I was right at like 3,200. So a little over 3,200. So give or take 800 more watch hours. Jen is drinking Powerade. That does sound good. Look at those pretty butterflies. Oh, I know, right? And those pretty. And the mug is hot, so and heavy. And they just go all the way around, and then they repeat. So very bright and colorful. All right, that's very hot. So the first thing I'm going to show is something that I did show Wednesday night, and I'm very excited. The tutorial is coming out Sunday, so be sure and catch it. We have started a new segment on Yarn Joy Adventures, and it's kind of doing a kitchen segment where we're making things for the kitchen. And Bree, hello. She says, hello, beautiful Cynthia and all my yarny friends here. Oh my gosh. Hey, Bree. I think it's just you and Jen and I right now because I'm showing only 2 people in the chat room. Jen says, hi, Bree. Bree says, well, hello, Jen, and nice to read you again. Laugh out loud. Oh, it is so good to be here again with everybody. So we started out the first 2 segments of our kitchen section. We were making dishcloths using the scrubby yarn, the Red Heart Scrubby, and then the Red Heart Scrubby Sparkle. So this Sunday, I'm very excited about a dishcloth that I have been Googling, YouTubing, and nowhere have I seen this type of dishcloth done anywhere. I'm not going to claim and say that it is officially my idea. I'm just saying that I've not seen it anywhere else. So if it is something uniquely that I can put out there, then I'm happy to. So I went to the dollar store and I bought this pack of scouring pads. I kept calling them scrubbers Wednesday, but they are called scouring pads. And as you can see, there's 10 in there for $1. So 10 of these will make actually 20 dishcloths because you actually cut the scrub or scouring pads in half. And so here's some that I've been working with already. And these are a couple of the squares that are left over. Bree says, well, that's fine. Seeing your face looking healthy again is wonderful. Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. See, that's some of the encouraging words I've been talking about. I keep getting the smell, and I'm like, what is that? And it's this tea. the coconut vanilla. I can smell the coconut in it. Can't wait to try it. Gonna let it cool a little bit. But anyway, so this is the dishcloth, and this is the actual first one that I made. So the scouring pad is in the center, and then I just put shells around it. So if you need to, you can fold it in half or even fold it up, and you've got that scouring pad right in the center to really get, and you've got something to hold on to, you know, to do some scrubbing. But if you don't want to do that, then of course you can fold it the other way and have it on your plates, or, you know, to go down into your glasses with and whatnot. So yeah, I'm very excited about that. And so here are just a couple more that I did, just using, you know, the different colors of scrubbing or scouring pads. This one I specifically made for Mr. Joyful because he wanted one that he could go ahead and play with. And so, and green is his favorite color. So I just went ahead and made one for him. And then there's one in the blue. And then, of course, I'm a purple fan, so I had to do one in purple using that yellow. And so that is going to be Sunday. So please come check it out if that looks like something you're interested in or a gift that you want to make. So I'm really excited. And then next week, I'm still working on it, so I'm hoping I can make something of it. But I have a whole different type of scrubber that we're bringing to you with the cotton yarn. So stay tuned for the following week. All right. The project that I'm working on right now, and I did show this a little bit Wednesday as well, I'm using Premier Sweet Roll, and I'm using it in the colorway Spearmint Pop. And this is a medium 4. It is 100% acrylic, I'm sure. Yes, 100% acrylic. And it is a 5-ounce skein, 140 grams, 245 yards. And I have a book that I talked about on Wednesday as well, but not in detail because I will be doing a debut on it. And I had it sitting right up here. Oh, it's right here. Let's see if I can get it. And it's called the Crochet Stitch Bible. And so the blanket, look at there, I turned right to the page. How about that? The blanket that I'm making is using this stitch right here, which is called the woven stitch. And it just uses a single crochet and a chain 1. And I am very excited about this. I don't have a stitch marker in because I had Mr. Joyful just bring it in from the living room for me to be able to show. But this is it here. So that's how it's working up. And I'm not doing any color control. I'm just letting it go as it goes. And when it's all said and done, I am really thinking about maybe adding either a sailboat applique or a elephant applique to it. But anyway, so I'm definitely making that into a little boy blanket, and only because those colors I think could be little girl colors too. The only reason I'm making it into a boy blanket is because all the other blankets I've made have been little girl blankets. So now the blanket I'm getting ready to show you, I talked about Wednesday, but I didn't show. I think could be boy or girl. I really, really wanted to have this blanket done for y'all today, but I'm just going to be honest. It meant so much more to me at the moment to get the videos out on time that needed to be done. So I worked more on videos and some tutorials for next week just to make sure that they were done, just simply because I've gotten behind after 2 weeks of, a week and a half of not feeling well, and then taking some time off just to kind of rest and gain my strength. So I'm behind, but I'm going to attempt to show this to you. I've got all the pieces in here, so I have to gather those up. But anyway, while I'm doing that, what is on everybody's hooks? And let's see what you guys are saying. Okay. Bree says, do you think we could do circles or hexagons as well? With the scouring pads, are you talking about? Because I am sure. I'm sure. Because all you have is that center. You just have to build off of that center, if that's what you're referring to. Jen says, yes, totally wonderful. I love the blue. Bree says, I've got several cones of cotton that would be perfect for this project. Oh, wonderful. Bree says, oh, hello to Mr. Joyful. So Bree said hello, Todd. Hello. I don't know if you could hear him or not. My speaker picks up, or my microphone picks up very well, but if not, he said hello back. Okay. So on a couple Wednesday on the Hooks back, I had shown this blanket. I did not have it completed at the time. I'm still gathering up little pieces. And I was talking about it and said that I wanted to put some kind of applique on it, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do. And then Mare came up with a very brilliant idea, Mare from Runaway Needle Red. And she said, why not do like owl eyes? And she showed me a picture of a blanket she had seen. And I fell in love with those owl eyes. So here is the blanket. This is the top. And I apologize. Let me get this stinking old wheelchair moved out right so I can show you this blanket. But again, this yarn is yarn that came in the stay-at-home box from Crochet Society. When COVID hit and they were not able to get us the regular box, they sent us a box with about 8 or 10 skeins of yarn. I can't remember. But anyway, that's where this yarn came from. All right, so this is the top of it. And this is going down. And then there it is on the bottom. I think I can see through it enough that you're seeing the bottom of it. And so the border, because I did owls, I chose to do kind of like this kind of twisted scallop look on it. Let me move my T and you can see it a little bit better. Allow me to bring it up close. So see, it's kind of twisted because I thought that that would give it kind of like a feather look, like feathers going around it. So I am just so in love with the colorway and how it came out. And I love the bright colors in it. And so I don't know how you feel, but I feel like a boy or girl could use that. Thank you, Jen. Jen says, I don't care that you missed. I'm just glad you're back now. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Jen says, I heard him. Hi, Todd. Todd, I hope you could hear that. He said, hi, y'all. Bree says, yes, that's what I was asking. Absolutely.
Hello.
Well, you can come up here and say hi.
I'm scuzzy looking now. I'm all...
That's all right. He's in t-shirts and sweats. He said he's scuzzy looking.
Hello.
So
you won't look at the monitor when I do that.
I do too. I do too. They've gotten used to the fact knowing that when I'm looking off to their right or whatever, that I'm looking at myself on the monitor and not in the camera all the time.
Yeah.
So, plus I'm reading comments. Yes, Bree. And you guys are so much more talented than I. I struggled to come up with that. Like before I got sick, I kept frogging and kept frogging, because I thought I was just going to continue going around it like in a square, kind of like I do my placemats. And just, add stitches to make it bigger. And to me, it wasn't working. It didn't look right. And so then finally, after I was not sick, some creative juices started flowing, and that's the pattern I came up with. So no, I would love it if you came up with another idea. And Bree, we can work on getting your channel up, and you can do a tutorial and show us something different with those scrub or scouring pads. That would be amazing. Jen says, I just ripped out my blanket and I'm starting over again. What? I hope you're talking about your baby blanket, not your Longmire blanket. Oh my gosh, that would be a lot of work. Please clarify, my friend. Oh, okay. She says baby blanket, that is. Whew. Oh my gosh. I am so desperately trying to get the first round or first part of the border done so it goes out on time on Monday. And I'm thinking, we're on the border now. No, don't frog it. But I hate that you're having to frog your baby blanket. Is there a particular reason why, or are you just not happy with it? Ran out of a color? Oh my gosh. Frogging is never a good thing. But until you get it. Like if I'm designing something, then frogging is still frustrating until I get it, and then it's worth it. Mary says, hey, handsome. You got all your girls here now. Now we just need Kelly, and you'll have them all. Todd's Angels, the Joyful Angels. I think he's got his headphones on now. Hey, Mare, it's so good to have you here. And I'm sorry I missed your phone call. I was going to try to call you between this video and the next one. I thought, oh, he might be trying to take the dogs out because I hear them getting all rowdy. And he's saying, calm down, calm down. I thought I had already watched the Longmire episodes for tonight. And I went to open my journal this afternoon to kind of refresh myself over the questions, and the pages were blank. So I have been trying to get them watched, and I have all of about 22 minutes of the last one for tonight left to watch. So sorry, but I'm getting it done. I'm getting it done. There was a lot in the first episode for tonight. Whew. But anyway. So I'm so sorry that I missed your phone call. That is why. In fact, I have a couple text messages too that I need to respond to. So I apologize. I just had to put my phone away so I wouldn't let it be a distraction. All right. Jen says, hi, Mare. Mare says, hey, everyone, and happy Friday. Jen says, sorry, I didn't mean to freak you out. I just knew that that was a lot of work. And so, oh my gosh, and a lot of color changing. So that would really make frogging very frustrating. You would definitely forever rely on God to get out of that one if you were frogging it. Got it? Forever relying on God, frog. Oh my gosh. Jen says, I like frogging. Laugh out loud. Oh, wow. Well, oh my gosh. That's it, girl. I will put all my frogging necessities to the side, and then you'll have to pack your bags and come spend some time with me on vacation to frog any of my frogging things. Mr. Joyful, if he helps me, it's not so bad because it's something we are kind of doing together. And both of us are like puzzle solvers, like we like to figure things out. Like I actually do like untangling jewelry and stuff like that. It's just when it just starts crinkling and getting knotted up because it's been used and the yarn has been stretched a little and whatnot. It just gets. But then the hard part is the reward of winding it with the yarn ball winder into a cake. Both of us enjoy doing that. But I usually let him always end up doing it because after all, I wouldn't have that yarn ball winder if it weren't for him. So just a quick FYI reminder, he won an award at work, was given a Amazon card for like $150, and he used that card to surprise me with a yarn ball winder. He used his award money to buy me a yarn ball winder. That's my giant. And so, yeah, if he wants to wind some yarn into a cake, I let him. Okay. Jen says, I don't like the way it was looking. Gotcha. And you know what? If you're not happy, then you're not going to feel confident in giving that away as a gift. So that is very important. I can understand that and respect that. Jen says, oh, to look like an angel, Charlie's Angels, laugh out loud. What are you talking about? Y'all are all beautiful. I said, oh, okay. I won't say a name unless you want to fess up. But one of you on here, we were having a conversation, and I meant every word of it. I said that I really like this particular person's laugh, that it just fills me with all kinds of warm bubblies and sunshine. And she said, I bet you say that to all the girls. And I don't, but I do think that everyone is beautiful in their own way because, number one, God don't make no junk. And number two, you're all fearfully and wonderfully made. So now, as long as you're not a mean person, then I think that's ugly. And none of y'all are mean. So therefore, you're beautiful. Jen says, I watched them last week, but probably won't remember them all. I hear you. I hear you. Oh my gosh. It's getting heavy. Like after tonight, we have 4 episodes left. And it took me, the first one was an hour and 8 minutes long, which they are not normally that long. But I get it. They're packing a lot of stuff into these last episodes. But there was so much content. And I was just like, trying to process it, as a fan, and then trying to process it, as a questionnaire. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So it probably took me a good 2 hours just to get through that one episode. But anyway, and then the second one, I'm kind of getting through it a little bit faster. So So we'll have definitely more questions for the first episode than we will the second episode. But there are at least one bonus question in each episode. All right. Jen says, leave at least 20 minutes to just talk about it. Don't get, wait a minute. Leave the last 20 minutes to just talk about it. Don't get worked up about it. Oh, I'm not. But I mean, I am going to try to finish watching it because I do have to eat too. So maybe I can eat dinner and finish watching it. Jen says, I would love to vacay with you. Woo, woo, yes. Oh, my gosh. You know, before my surgery, David Browning, he's in North Carolina, asked me if I would consider helping him do kind of like a weekend get-together thing, and I would still love to do that. Of course, I'm still healing and recovering, and, you know, I can't even drive, so, but, I mean, Mr. Joyful will probably come with me anyway, so he could do the driving, but I love to drive, so I want to wait till I can do the drive because I love driving. He's okay with driving, but he prefers me to do the driving because I love to do the driving and he loves to do the napping and navigating in his sleep. Jen says, aw, he's so sweet, talking about the yarn ball winder. Jen says, I've got to show off pictures of my Longmire blanket today. They liked it. Oh, yay! Oh, I'm so happy. Okay, speaking of blankets, I'm going to get back to the owl blanket. So it's going to be hard to envision, but I promise, and I don't make promises that I can't keep. And I hope I didn't say I promised Wednesday because then I didn't keep it, and that would just upset me. So I'm just going to take a section of the blanket. But I have 4 sets of owl eyes that will go periodically positioned on the blanket. Try to hold this where you can kind of see it and visualize it. But for example, like this is one set of the owl eyes. And then like this would be the beak. Can y'all see that? I got to try and hold it so they don't fall off, but anyway. But I think you can kind of, they're starting to fall, but I think you can kind of get the picture. Oh, it's going to be so adorable. And the eyes are different. So that's one set of eyes. And this is another set of eyes. I hope you can kind of see those. All right. And I have 2 where the eyes are like this. And then the last set of eyes, my yarn's all tangled up. I had to leave tails on for sewing it on to the blanket. Okay, is a sleeping owl. And so it will look kind of like this. Is that not adorable? All right, so I will have that finished for next week. But what I do have finished that will complete this set is I took some of the leftover yarn and I made a little beanie hat to match. But I took the same concept of the owl eyes and I made a little owl beanie. Is that not adorable? Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jen. She says that blanket will be adorable. But anyway, so that's the little owl hat. And then this is what I'm most in love with. And it has been kid approved because I did let a little kiddo by the name of Violet. Play with it. And you know, they are our best audience. If you're making something for babies or for kids, they're your best audience. And I'll tell you why in a minute. But first, let me show you little Mr. Owl, and then I'll tell you what I'm talking about. So this is little Mr. Owl Lovey. And again, I use some of the yarn that was in the actual blanket, so it matches. And then here's little Mr. Owl. Now, if I do him again, I would probably do the color change a little bit higher on his face, so that literally half of his head is one color and the other half is the other color. And then these are his little wings back here. And look, isn't that cute? Violet really loved this little hair that was up on the owl's head. She loved playing with it. It was easy for her to grab onto. Of course, with the Lovey having the holes, it was easy for her to get her fingers in there and hold on to. She just fell in love with this. So I asked her mommy if there was one, if I were to make her something that I could make for her in a Lovey. And she said that she would love, that Violet would love to have a puppy dog. So I will soon be working on a puppy dog for Violet. But anyway, you guys, I just fell in love with this little Owl Lovey. It is the second Lovey I've ever made. The first one I made only a couple years into learning how to crochet. And looking back now, I should have been really embarrassed to have given that away. But the young woman that I gave it to was very gracious and very kind and said that it was beautiful. But now looking back at this one compared to that one, yeah, a whole difference in experience. But anyway, so I am excited about this little set. And it is a set that I am putting away for one of my future grandbabies. After what I just went through, you never know what life is going to decide for you. And so I want to make sure that I do have some things put aside for future grandbabies, you know, should anything ever happen that I can't, whether my hands don't work or, you know, whatever. So yeah, I'm excited. So I will get those owl eyes sewn on and I will bring it back next week and show it to you. So again, I just thank you, Mayor, for that idea. I am so in love with that. And to think that you thought that you were like, you know, I don't even remember the word you used, but like you were pestering me or something. And, you know, no, I asked for suggestions. You gave one and I fell in love with it immediately. This will not be the first owl set that I make. Like, I love, love, love this idea. And there is a tutorial that she had, or a video that she had given me, and I will, when I do my little display on the set together, I will include that video. I did not use it, and I purposely did not use it just in case I decided to come back and do a tutorial on this set, which I have already had one person who's asked me if I would do a tutorial, and because I sent them a text message with a picture of it in there, and so yeah, I played around with it, and I mean it was really simple. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, it's just doing a round like I would make a coaster, but I started the center out differently. And then on these other ones, I mean, I just looked at the picture. But I'm a big, big person, though, that if I have an inspiration from somebody, they deserve that credit. So even if I do a tutorial and I didn't use their video, I still will put it in there because they were the inspiration. And I will allude credit to you, Mayor. So, yeah, Yeah, I'm very, very big on that. And you should be too. If you do something and you doing a tutorial or you're just showing it, you should always include who inspired you to make that, especially if they are a designer, because they're worthy of getting that praise and that accolade. That's just my opinion. So, all right. Ooh, I got a lot of comments. Let me back up here. Jen says, love that. Mara says, right now I have a fur baby sprawling across me, loving me up. She got annoyed. I am not paying enough attention to her, so now I have a view of her back, intel gently whacking me. Is that Hetty? Mare says, adorable. Jen says, oh, that sounds wonderful, Mare. Jen says, my baby blanket is puppy fillet crochet. Oh, wow, Jen. Mare says, can't wait to see the blanket. Mare says, I have made many owl baby sets. Oh, wow. Well, I am in love with this. So, again, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Serena. I actually should have known that, because that's who was loving you up when we were talking on the phone, right? All right, you guys, let's see if I can try my tea yet. My coconut vanilla. It's still warm, but it's good. It wouldn't be my favorite. So I'm glad we got it to try it. I'm just curious now to try it cold too. I have a feeling I will like it better warm than I will cold, because I can taste the vanilla. I can taste the coconut. I'm just not sure about them together, like the after. But it is good. Just not the apple cinnamon Cynthia approved #1 good. So again, this was from Tuesday morning, and the tea that we found there. And again, I showed the boxes and everything on Wednesday's video, on Wednesday on the Hook with Cynthia this past Wednesday. So if you're curious, you can go check that out. All right. So that's what's in my cup. That's what's on my hook. And you guys can continue to tell me what's in your cups and what's on your hook. Again, I've got 2 special videos coming out next week. One is on the book, The Crochet Stitch Bible, and the second one is a Crochet Society unboxing. Now, we have some unfinished business because we have not been together for a couple of weeks. So I have all of April's shout outs in the red box. So let me get my little folder here. And so we have a few names that were left over from April. And those names, do the content creators last. All right. Is Rebecca Bishop. And as you know, it is no longer April. It is now May. So we get to draw a name. Mary Christensen And again, as I go through these, if I mispronounce your name, please forgive me. It is never, ever my intention. I believe a person's name is just as valuable as they are. Karen Foltz. Tamsin Horner. Julie Nicholson. Rita Pacheco. Y'all get to see how bad my handwriting is. Kathy Roman. And Sherry Radislaw. And then our 2 content creators for that week are new to me. And so I have had an opportunity to watch several of their videos. And this one here, I still have a couple more videos of hers that she just put out recently to watch that I need to get caught up on. But the first one is the Purple Yarnivore. And she is a new channel. And the second one is J-Hook Crochet. And I'll be honest, I cannot remember if she is a new channel or not. But please, please go check them out. We're going to come back to this box. We're going to finish our shout outs first. All right, and then here is May's box. And it is empty, all ready for May. And so we have 2 weeks of shout outs to do. This one was from May 1st shout outs. We have Jamie Altenberg. Claire's Corner. Donna Cox. Oh, there's a second one back there. Annette Dabney. Rosemary Dotson. Dawn Fredlin. Grape Ape. Now, I did try to go pull up this subscriber to see if they had any videos on their channel at all, because that was a really cool name. And I couldn't even find them. So I'm not sure that they're still up. Charlene Hurley. Michaela Albrecht. And again, I do have quite a few new subscribers. In the last 3 weeks, I have attained about 21 to 22 new subscribers. So as always, I want to shout out to you and say thank you and welcome for coming and joining my family. But I will also give a reminder of what these shout outs are about. And I apologize. This was one of our content creators. So please, please make sure you go and check out these content creators, because a lot of them in the month of May are growing new channels. So definitely give them some love and support. And then Yarny Cat, I'm not really sure. When I first look at it, my first brain goes to Yarny Cat Bibliophile, but it could be bibliophile as well. So I do apologize, especially being a content creator, that I may not have pronounced that correctly. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, every Saturday, I've been doing this for a little over a year now, I do a shout out to subscribers that I can publicly see on my channel. Unfortunately, I have subscribers. I have about almost 300 subscribers that I cannot see because their settings are set to private. So unfortunately, I don't know that they're there. And I respect that that's their choice, but in the same token, I can't do a shout out. You know, it's real hard for drawings and giveaways to prove that you're a subscriber if I can't see you. But if I can see you, if your settings are set to public and I can see that you've subscribed to me, then I do a shout out for 8 subscribers that do not have content channels. And then I do a shout out for content, or 2 content creators every Saturday. Now, in the month of July, which is my birthday month, I will be only doing shout outs for content creators. There's so many new content creators out there. And so for the month of July, every single shout out will be on a new content creator. And I will keep doing the shout outs until I have recognized every subscriber, content creator or not, that I can publicly see on my channel. Once I get to that point, then I have been praying about doing something a little bit different to continue helping content creators. And then, of course, if I get a new subscriber who's never gotten a shout out from me, then I will definitely be doing one for them. But it doesn't mean that those who are not content creators will not get shout outs, because the whole purpose of it is, and the reason we put their names in this box if you're new, is because at the end of the month, which technically falls on the first Friday of the new month, which we're getting ready to do some, we draw a name. And if I draw your name and you get in touch with me, I send you a little love gift. I don't really advertise what it is. It's not like a giveaway. You do get something, but it's just something for me to say, I love you, thank you for bringing joy back to me on my channel and for being a part of my family. So anyway, these shout outs are from last Saturday, May the 8th. All right, Susan Cracklio, Rochelle Lavani. And by now, everyone knows about my shout outs. I mean, everyone's been a part of my shout outs, like I said, for over a year now. The Farmer in the Dale song, you know. Muriel Miller. So if I don't hear back from somebody with their content, and I try their information, their contact information, and I try to allow enough time for you to do that, but within a reasonable amount of time, if I don't hear from you, we draw another name. Dawn Nicholas. And that is the scenario that we're going to have to do tonight as well. Okay. Oh, I've got a lot of messages here. Let's see. Mare says, Mosaic Apache Tears blankets, 2 twin size. Oh my gosh. And Mayor, you've shared those pictures with me. You guys, these blankets are gorgeous, like gorgeous. Like I really, really want to do a mosaic blanket. Hello, Monica. Monica says, hi there. Mayor says, love Reggie at J-Hook. So good. You are aware of her. Yes. Jen says, I love the purple yarnivore, especially if her daughter is in with her. She makes hilarious faces. Yes, yes. Like I said, I just have discovered both of these young women, and I love both of their channels. So I'm glad that y'all are giving them that shout out and feedback. And of course, I will go back in this video and include the links again, but they're always on the Saturday shout out videos as well in the description box. Jen says, I love Michaela Albrecht. Yes, she is also a new channel that I have recently discovered. Mary says, I know her. Mary says, Yarny Cat, that is. Jen says, Mare personally, or you watch her channel? Mary says, watch her channel. Jen says, I do too. Mary says, but I know her for years. Oh, that is so sweet. So sweet. All right. P Barbie P2. All right. Karen Robinson. All right, and then our last two subscribers is Sherry Addicted to My Crochet in Montgomery. And Sonia Cajun Crochets. Again, I apologize if I've mispronounced that. And then our two content creators from last week are ladies that I have been kind of following a little bit over the last year. So they're new to me, but they've got growing channels too. And the first one is Sparkle's Hope Chest and Terry Mare's Crochet. All right. So we are going to close up May's box because it is not over with yet. And put it to the side for next week. Now, I'm going to bring back out and April's in the red box. We're going to come back to April in a minute. I have drawn twice now out of February and March's names, and I have not received contact information from those folks. So this will be the third time and the final time. If I don't get anyone to contact me, then we're going to let February and March go. And sadly, I have gifts that I didn't get to send out. Mare says she has a cute black kitty. Jen says, I like Pat. Mare says, Pat is an animal lover too. Whoop, whoop for Pat. Mare says, Pat has 9 cats, I think. Some are outside strays. Oh, wow. I'll be honest, I have no idea. I know it's at least like 9 or 11 that my brother-in-law has outside that he feeds. And you guys, it is so hilarious because when the day is coming to a close and it's starting to, you know, it's at dusk and it's starting to get, you know, dark, they're all gathered outside his house, just waiting for him to come home to feed them. And it's like a menagerie of cats out there. And it's just so hilarious. Speaking of cats, last week was it last week? The week before I got sick. On My Joyful Life, I did get to re-put out the video of my little fur babies, Sadie and Mackenzie, because when I did it before, some of their pictures and the one of Callie, my Mancoon cat, and Falcor, my other grand dog, didn't show up. So I redid the video, and sadly, I had to redo the video. So it might be a little bit different in some places because I'm trying to think, I might have actually taken the other one completely down. I think I did. But anyway, I found more pictures of my Callie, my Mancoon cat. And that is great because one day there will be a segment with him. He's passed, but with him because he is the one that chose Mr. Joyful for me. So that's a really cool story and can't wait to tell it. Mr. Joyful is going to join me for that segment. And we're going to talk about that because it was the bond between my cat and my old longtime friend that got us together. So we joked that Callie picked Todd for me. But anyway, that's a story for another day. And it's an awesome love story. All right. So again, this is the last time I'm going to draw for February and March. If these people I draw do not contact me, then I'm going to let it go and move on. Okay. Because I think drawing 3 names is more than enough. And I just hope that the people that did not get back in touch with me, that everything is okay with them. I have looked. They're all still subscribed to my channel. So, sorry. I just dropped a foot pedal off my wheelchair trying to lock myself into place. All right. So I'm going to draw a name from February. And I'm just going to try to mix them up really good. And hopefully I'll draw a name of somebody that will call or contact me. I was trying to say call me, but contact me. All right, here we go. And that person is Shirley Cross. So if anyone knows Shirley Cross, please get in touch with her so I can send a little bit of joyful love her way. All right, so that was February. And I just shred these names in the shredder when I'm done. So don't worry about your names, just getting thrown in the trash. All right, this is March. So again, I'm going to mix them up really, really good. And here we go. Trisha the Knitting Lady. That is March's. So hopefully those ladies will get in touch with me. And now are you ready for April's? All right, we got to pull the box back over. And so this is one of my boxes if you're new. Jen says, I've told you that I accept all unclaimed giveaways. Right. And she says, congratulations, Shirley, and congratulations, Trisha. All right. So here we go. Into April. And the person for April's drawing, you guys, it's the Purple Yarnivore. How about that? Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. Well, I know for a fact that I can get in touch with her, so she will definitely be getting something from me. Ah, exciting, exciting. All right. So I'm pretty sure that we'll be putting April's box away, but that's okay because if your name is in May's box, we'll be doing that drawing the very first Friday in June. All right. So let's see. The last thing we have to do is our joy basket moment. Bree says, missed a bunch. My son called to tell me it's his birthday. He's 45. Laugh out loud. Well, happy birthday to your son. Happy, happy birthday. Happy birthday to Bree's amazing son. We know through her. Okay, maybe I shouldn't have sung. All right, I apologize for that. Jen says, congratulations, the purple yarnivore. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. That's the first time I've drawn a content creator's name. So I'm excited. They're a little bit tougher to send love to, but I think I'm just going to send her the same kind of love that I've been sending right now to some other folks. So hopefully she will enjoy it and find it helpful. Okay. So Joy Basket Moment. What is Joy Basket Moment? If you're new to my channel, I do leave the Joy Basket Moment to the very end of our time together so that if this is not for you, then I respectfully understand and give you the opportunity to go ahead and say your goodbyes. And, you know, if this is your cup of tea, then I'm very glad to have this moment with you. Again, I'm using a book called Amazing Grace that was given to me by Kelly Platter, and it is from Broad Street, is the name of the company. And today's little devotion is titled Banishing Bitterness. The verse comes from Hebrews chapter 12, verse 15. It is the NLT version. And it says, look after each other so that none of you fails to receive the grace of God. Watch out that no poisonous root of bitterness grows up to trouble you, corrupting many. We carry more of a mantle than to simply look out for our own well-being, but also for the welfare of others. Peace and holiness are often achieved in our interactions with others, rather than when we are simply undisturbed. We cannot tolerate bitterness remaining in our bodies and wreaking havoc in our lives. Unforgiveness is indirect dissension of God. So how can we presume to have his protection and blessing if we live contrary to his commands? Lift our face, Lord, so that we recognize the plights others around us are facing, rather than becoming too engrossed in our own lives. As part of a body of believers, direct us to care for others and to truly be your hands and feet on the earth. And then the question says, who is this verse warning about failing to receive God's grace speaking to? That verse, once again, Hebrews 12:15, is look after each other so that none of you fails to receive the grace of God. Watch out that no poisonous root of bitterness grows up to trouble you, corrupting many. So God doesn't want any of us to fall short of receiving his grace. All right. And so that is our Joy Basket Moment thought for this week. And this is completely like off topic, but first off, I want to do a shout out. If you're new and you're listening and you're here with us at 9 o'clock in just less than an hour, we will be coming back on for Cup2Hook movie night. We are currently looking at Longmire. We are in season 6. Tonight, we will be discussing and answering questions on the episodes 5 and 6. We have 4 episodes left before we complete Longmire and start our next series, which is Call the Midwife. And oh my gosh, exciting, exciting. We not only come together and discuss these movies on Friday nights, but on Mondays, we work on a project together, a crochet along that is in light of the series we're watching. And so we are literally on the border of the Longmire blanket that we have created. It has been an amazing and fun journey. Our friend Bree is the one who came up with this fabulous idea. And Jen and myself were the ones who worked together with the idea of doing a project to go along with the movie night. And so we have many people who come and play with us that have never even seen the show. They just guess. In the past, guessing, the winners got to choose colors that we used off of a chart for the next section of the blanket. They basically got to choose the colors. The color choosing is completely finished. It is just a matter of finishing out the blanket right now. However, we do have a point system. And if you guess the answer correctly, you get a point. If you're the first one to ring in with the correct answer that shows up in my, chats, then you get 2 points. And then I do offer bonus points now. That's something new. And those bonus points can actually gain you 3 points to the first person who rings in with the correct answer. And only on those bonus questions does only one person get the points. But on the other ones, everyone who gives the correct answer gets points. So that's getting us ready for Call the Midwife, because on Call the Midwife, there won't be so much of a color choosing to, win and be able to pick. So the points will accumulate through the entire time we are doing Call the Midwife. And the person who has the highest amount of points at the end will win some kind of giveaway from me. So there was a point that I was saying all of this. Oh, we have 3 nights left of the Longmire. So starting tonight, everyone's going to start with a clean slate, and they're going to earn points over the next 3 weeks. And so I do have a Longmire giveaway that is going to be given away. And in order to get that giveaway, you have to be able to send in pictures of your blanket that you made for me to do that giveaway on. And the giveaway, I'm actually going to do a video that shows everybody's, blankets. Not all the giveaways are going to be done like that. That was a specific one for the Longmire. However, the next 3 weeks, the person with the highest amount of points will also win a giveaway related to the Longmire theme from me. So fun, fun, fun. So just come play and participate, even if you've not seen the episodes. Obviously, you have a greater chance of getting more points if you've seen it, but even if you want to just bring a whip along and you just sit and lurk, I don't like that word, and I know everybody uses it. If you want to just come and sit back and relax and work on your crochet project, I'll figure out a name for that. We're gonna come up with a different name than lurking. I don't like the name lurking, the word lurking. It just sounds so lurkish. But anyway, please come join us. So there was a reason I brought all this up. And my mind just went blank. Oh. Oh my gosh. I have started watching another series. It is one that I never thought that I would really get into, but I watched something similar to it in the past, like years ago. And so I thought, I'll give it a chance. I'm sick. I'm not feeling good. I'll just put it on for noise. I've become addicted, you guys. Like, it has 8 seasons. I don't really know what I'm going to do when the season ends. Like, I've watched a lot of good shows like Ozark and all of that, and I'm waiting for the next season to come. Mean Girls just started back up. Good Girls just started. You guys, I am addicted to Vampire Diaries. Who would have thunk? Not me, but I'm addicted. It is awful. My brother-in-law will come in at night, you know, to go to the bathroom, get his mail and whatnot, and he'll get stuck watching them with me. And he's like, girl, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I got to get up and go to work at 7. Sorry. It's that good. But anyway, so I don't know. What are y'all watching besides Longmire? And hopefully you've not started Call the Midwife yet, but I can't. I can only watch 2 sections at a time because of giving questions. I have to make sure I don't give out an answer to something ahead of time. So whatever we watch, I always only watch the 2 episodes prior to the night we come together to discuss them. So anyway, if you watch ahead, that's on you. If you've already started watching Call the Midwife, that's on you. But I can't. I have to be loyal so that I don't mess up. I am also going to work on really, really trying to learn more about StreamYard and all of that so that I can have some of you guys come up and talk too. So I'm excited about that. So be looking for that. And now I remember the other thing I was going to tell y'all, and then we're going to go ahead and call it a night until movie time. But let me see, you guys, I saw a couple messages come in. Bree says, anything you send is full of love and hope. Oh, thank you. Bree says, I love Vampire Diaries. Yay! I have to find more people who are watching this. I am like, oh my gosh. I mean, Mr. Joyful has even helped me set up, you know, so that I've got like this wireless headphone so I can literally watch on my phone or my tablet. Most time lately it's been my phone because I can't hold big things right now. So I've been holding my phone while he's laying there trying to sleep, and I've got lights flashing everywhere and then all of a sudden I'll be like, no, don't do that, run. And he's just like, shh. It's awful, but I'm addicted. It's great. Oh, Bree, I'm glad you like it. Mare says Virgin River is good. I do have that on my list. I'm trying to remember, though. I have to go back and look because somebody else was talking to me about that. I thought I had watched the first season of that. And I think I'm waiting for another season to come out. I'm not sure. If not, then it's tagged because I have to watch it. But I do have that flag to watch if I haven't already. Jen says, love Virgin River. And I'm thinking what I'm thinking that I've seen is Virgin River. So I'm thinking I have not seen it. I think what I'm thinking that I saw was Sweet Magnolias. Jen says Manifest. I have not seen Manifest yet. Bree says Damien is my eye candy. Well, I'm in season 3 right now. And yes, I am very much more in love with Damien at this moment than I am Stefan, because I do not like Stefan's little ripper rampage right now. He's breaking our Elena's heart. Jen says, poor Todd, right? Jen says, Virgin River isn't a completed show. Yeah, And see, neither is Sweet Magnolias. So that's why I think I'm getting the two confused, because I know I've seen Sweet Magnolias. So I have to go back and read Virgin River. I know when I left to come out for surgery, my partner at work was watching that. So I'm thinking that that's why it's like sitting here at the back of my mind thinking I've seen it. I don't think I have, but it is flagged. It is on my list. So anyway, but probably the 1st of July, which will be about a month into Call the Midwife, we'll go ahead and start thinking about our next movie series. I know we have 10 seasons with Call the Midwife, but they don't have all the episodes in them. You know, like Longmire's had 10 episodes per season, and Call the Midwife has on average about 8. So it's not going to take us as long, to go through 10 seasons as it sounds that we are. I still have the mug sitting up there with some of the other season names that we put in there, and we can go back through them and see if we want to leave some in there or add some, take some out. That's what I'm talking about. We'll start making some of those decisions, because obviously doing this, I do have to have some kind of planning and preparation ahead of time, just because I've got so much going on, and we don't know what my JOB is going to be, or my JOB hours. So far, I'm still currently employed at the hospital, praying it stays that way. I'm sure hanging on, but also been praying about maybe finding a job too that is Monday through Friday during the daytime, so that I have more free time in the evenings to spend with you guys. Which leads me into my last thought before we say goodnight, because I do want to go try and finish watching Longmire and eat dinner before movie night starts. So this past Wednesday, I had already planned on just kind of coming on and saying hi, because I missed you guys so much, and just because of trying to play catch up and get things done. And my granddaughter came to visit me, and that was the first day I got to hold her, because, being sick and running high fever, I tried to stay away from her and not even touch her beautiful, precious little skin. So I didn't get Wednesday on the Hook done. So I ended up incorporating it into that video Wednesday. While I was on, I asked how people felt, because I didn't know if there were other lives going on at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday night. How other people felt about me just taking, for now, my Wednesday on the Hook and going live with it at 8. And there was a lot of positive feedback on that. So starting next Wednesday, we'll be doing Wednesday on the Hook live at 8 o'clock on Wednesday nights. Now, it won't be like it was this past Wednesday. This past Wednesday, we were all over the place, talking about everything, but just trying to catch up from not having 2 weeks together. Wednesday on the Hook will literally be, we will set a timer for an hour and we'll just crochet. And there will be a question, just like it has been on the recorded versions, but it will come out at the very beginning of the episode. And there will be a question that we can talk about. Again, I'm working on the whole StreamYard thing or whatever, so that I can have you guys actually pop up on the screen and you can talk and tell your stories and answer the question yourself if you want, versus having to type it in. I don't know when that will take place. That is something that Mr. Joyful and I are going to try to look at this weekend, but it's imperative that I get the videos done that need to be done, so that I can continue staying on track and on time and on schedule. So yeah. So we're going to kind of look at some technology things. Plus, due to some love and some different things, I have a new laptop. So I will be able to have 2 laptops, one for business and one for my recording and stuff, where right now my laptop is handling everything. So we're also going to be in the process of trying to get all the business end of things, like my emails and stuff like that, over to the new laptop, and leave my still new laptop for recording. So the laptop that I just got, it's way more sophisticated than the one I have. It is a hand-me-down from my son. It's a laptop he got to do his college work with. He's chose not to continue that college path, but he wants a bigger computer laptop for gaming. And even though this one does well and can do a lot, he wants something that is more sophisticated and does things that are way beyond my technological mind can handle. So nonetheless, I have been slowly but surely paying off purchasing that laptop from him. And I had another family member that stepped in and said, here's some extra money, use it wisely or however you need to. And so anyway, it was a blessing. So because right now all my pocket change is going to medical bills. So it was nice. And so I was able to get that taken care of and help him work towards getting what he really wants. So so we're going to be working on that this weekend too. So we got a lot on the plate. Besides some just kind of Todd and Cynthia time. But yeah, I'm excited about some of the things coming up. So hopefully you can join us Wednesday. Wednesday is nothing more than just bringing a project and sitting down and talking about a question topic. Like this last week, it was, what's the longest time you've been awake and why? So, or gone without sleep and why? So it's questions like that. So very laid back, just fun, chill time. So, all right. Yes, Jen, that's another one I've heard is really good. Is Yellowstone. It's kind of like a Western, I think, if I'm correct. Jen says, I'm sorry I fell asleep on you again Wednesday. Oh, no problem, no problem. Jen says, does your new laptop have a camera button at the bottom? That's a new way to video chat with people. I forgot what it's called. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. It's closed right now and I can't reach it. But I really haven't played around with it. The only thing that's been done is my husband wiped all my son's stuff off and put in my new sign-on thing. And on this one here, in the backdrop, when nothing's playing, it rotates through butterfly pictures. And he did the same thing. Butterfly pictures, and then I have pictures of some of our vacations, which some of those shots you're seeing in the Morning Joy blogs. Some are some that I'm obtaining, royalty free. But yeah. So I really haven't looked at that laptop. I'm excited because it's smaller than mine. Mine's kind of, a bigger laptop. The thing I like about mine is, and the reason it's a little bit bigger laptop is it's one of the last few that allows you to actually play a DVD through it. Which now that doesn't matter so much. At the time, it was a big deal because I was traveling back and forth from South Carolina to North Carolina every week. For my job, but now I have a portable DVD player, so I'm good on that aspect. But I love this one because it's small and compact, and if I do get to return to the hospital, it's easier for me to use in my free time. So where this one was really big and bulky, and took a lot of space to set up. So anyway, but all right. Jen says, yes, it is a Western, but it's very risque. Oh, okay. So we have to put on our grown-up hats, right? All right. Well, we will definitely be talking about all of that in July. So, anyway, we are scheduled June 4th to start Call the Midwife. I will have to go back and look at things since I ended up having to take a week off because I got sick, and just see where we're at. But we're a very laid back, group. So if we have to adjust it by 1 week, we will. But if not, that is the scheduled date. for us starting. Jen says yes. All right. Well, I love you guys so much. I thank you for coming and hanging out with me, and hope you'll come back at 9 o'clock for movie night. And I can't wait to see you there. If not, I'll see you next week somewhere, because I have a video that goes out every single day, literally. So, if nothing more than the Joy Blog devotions every morning. So, and I do appreciate your feedback on those. I'm very glad to hear that many of you are really enjoying those. I know they've been very helpful to me and inspiring. So, yeah. All right. Well, hugs, everyone. Hug each other out. I love you. Be joyful. Stay crafty in your own way. Make your own joyful creations. And hopefully I'll see you at 9. If not, I'll see you around the Yarny community. Bye.